I'm not here to say, please. I'm here to tell you what to do.
Okay, so this isn't exactly telling your prospects what to do like a strong-arm Russian mafia boss. This is making them believe they've already done it. That's the power of presupposition, and that's the power that can make you a lot more sales. I'm John Benson, and this is Sales Copy Secrets. Welcome back to my new video, why presupposing the sale can make you a lot more sales and a lot more money. That's a good thing all the way around. And yes, my head is still red and sunburned and not healed yet. So laugh and let's move on with it. But before we do, let me tell you, if you are a copywriter or if you are looking for copywriting techniques, copywriting tips, or if you're an online marketer looking to make more money online using words that sell, this is for you, but you need to watch it all the way to the end, and I'm going to give you a really good reason why. Just let me think for a second. Oh yeah, there is a belief that's completely wrong about presupposition, what it is and how to use it, that most copywriters and marketers fall into. They think they're doing one thing and they're actually doing another, and it's not good. I'm going to reveal what that is near the end of the video, so let's dive into the training. So what is presupposition, at least when it comes to the art of copywriting? Presupposition is using questions and phrases that imply specific traits or actions have always been known, or that specific actions will inevitably be taken. What does all that mumbo jumbo mean, John? Well, I'm going to use one of the oldest examples of presupposition I can think of. When did you stop beating your wife? Now, let's hope that you are not a wife beater, an evil person, but that's definitely one of the old lawyer tricks. Oh, what time of the day did you knock over that convenience store, Mr. Jones? Those are presuppositional questions. In other words, they presuppose that Mr. Jones knocked over the convenience store, or I presupposed, God forbid, that you beat your wife. But think about that question just for a second. What if I say, if you didn't know it already, if it wasn't such a famous saying, hey, when did you stop beating your wife? You might say, well, that's crazy. That's insane. Why are you saying that? That might be your first response. It's probably not a rhetorical response, which is what it should be to overcome that statement, to say, well, I have never beaten my wife, nor would I ever. So people usually don't think in such rhetorical structured language, especially when they're hearing something fast. And copywriting goes by very, very quickly. So when you use presupposition, you're not using it in an evil way like that, like, what time did you knock over the convenience store? Nothing like that. We're using it in a good way, and it goes by very quickly. And so it really triggers this subconscious part of the brain that you want to trigger to say, oh, I've already almost taken this action, or oh, I actually do believe that. This is what we're driving at. So let me give you some examples. And before I give you these examples, I'm going to give you two pre-phrases, phrases that I want you to start your presuppositional phrases with that almost always end up being very good presuppositional phrases. Think of this as a presuppositional formula, if you will. Phrase number one, what will you do when blank? And phrase number two, how will it feel when you blank? Let's look at these in some real life examples. What will you do when you earn your first million online from copywriting? Well, you can't help but see yourself earning your first million online from copywriting. I am presupposing that you will earn $1 million or more from copywriting. I'm asking you what you will do when that happens. Will you go out and buy a Rolex? Will you fund your kids' college tuition? You see where we're going with this, right? Presupposition can lead you into an image rather than telling you something. For example, if I was to tell you, hey, if you follow my instructions, you can earn $1 million in copywriting. That's not a good way to write copy. Asking this question makes your mind and imagination do all the work, and I'm not making any positive claims. I'm asking you, what will you do when you do something? It's not a positive claim. Or what will you do when your offer takes off to such a degree money practically falls from the sky? Okay, so I can paint really vivid pictures. Okay, your offer will take off and it's almost like money falling from heaven. What will you do when is the setup for that. Let's look at one other. What will you do when your girl becomes so turned on she can barely control herself? Okay, that would be for the marriage and family seduction community, maybe, whatever you want to call that. But that's a good one, right? Because you see something happening and kind of X-rated, so we won't go too far there, but you get what I'm talking about. You see it rather than just hear it. Presuppositions done well evokes a feeling of seeing. experiencing. It dimensionalizes what you're saying rather than just saying it. Now, let's move from what they will do. In other words, will you do X, Y, or Z? Like, will you fund your kids' tuition, college tuition? Will you buy a new Ferrari when you make $1 million from copywriting? To how you will feel. Now, check this out. I'm going to use different examples on these, okay? How will you feel when you achieved your ideal weight? Think about that. Someone trying to lose weight. How will you feel when this happens? Presupposing that it will happen. See? I'm not saying if it happens, when it happens. How will you feel when money is no longer a challenge for you and all your bills are easily paid? Man, that's going to feel like freedom. That's going to feel like vacation every day of the week. You see what I'm getting at here? They are now experiencing a feeling rather than an action like they were in the very first examples. Let's do one more. How will you feel when the words that can sell anything drip from your fingers like honey? Okay, got a little carried away on the wordsmith in me came out on that one, but that's very vivid, right? Dripping like honey from your fingertips, words that can sell anything. In other words, being a killer copywriter, being a killer marketer, which is what I'm here to help you do. So now you can feel what that would feel like. And now you can think in your mind, what will I do when it happens? Those are presuppositional frames. And before we go any further, have I earned your like? Have I earned your respect? Have I earned your endless admiration? If any of those three are true, or all three, do me a favor, pulverize that like button, smash that bell for notifications so you can know when my new videos drop. Leave me a comment below. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, let's get on with it. Another trick is using headlines that are drenched in presupposition. And I'm going to give you an example of that. I'm going to see if you can spot all the areas that are presupposed. Are you ready for the little quiz? Let's go. So here's our headline. See if you can spot all the copywriting gold in these 3 simple presuppositional tricks that make people uncontrollably buy more. Okay, a lot of presuppositions in there. Can you spot them? Okay, let's start right from the top. Okay, first of all, I start with an NLP command, the word see. Okay, because that is a dual meaning. Okay, see if you can, but also see. I'm telling the brain to see. In other words, look on the screen. Kind of a cool trick. See if you can spot, that presupposes that they can spot something. All the copywriting gold, that presupposes that there is copywriting techniques and that they are as gold, okay? In these 3 simple presuppositional tricks, that presupposes that there are tricks and that they are presuppositional tricks to begin with. In other words, that exists and that they are simple. And that, okay, so all that's presupposed in that sentence that make people uncontrollably buy more. That's a really obvious presupposition, okay? Make people uncontrollably buy more. I don't just say buy more, uncontrollably. What is uncontrollably? That is a juicy, almost verb. It's a freaking adverb, but it's close. It's close. Now, another way to use presupposition, and this is the one that really confuses marketers, I want you to avoid this thinking here, is a way that pre-frames what the customer or prospect will do as if they've already done it. But it's not future pacing. That's what I want to get over here. This is not future pacing. A lot of people confuse future pacing with presuppositional statements. And I'm going to show you a presuppositional statement that does look a little bit like it's future pacing, like it's talking about stuff that hasn't happened yet as if it's already happened. But that's not future pacing. I'm going to take that sentence and I'm going to future pace it. Now, if you want a whole video on future pacing, look below, check out my training below. I can't go into it all here, but this will be an aha moment for you if you catch the differences between presuppositional statements and future pacing. Let's check them out. Let's look at our first sentence here. When you order today, you'll be taken into the members area. After you click on the download button, you'll be ready to start losing weight. Now that is loaded with presupposition. Let's spot all the places. When you order today, I am presupposing that they are ordering. I didn't say if you order today, I said when you order today. You'll be taken into the members area, presupposes a members area. After you click on the download button, that assumes that they are going to click on the download button. There's no, if you click on the download button, you'll be ready to start losing weight. Well, it assumes they're going to be ready. So lots of presuppositions in that statement. That is not future pacing. That's what a lot of copywriters submit to me in their certification courses as, well, please look at my future pacing example, but it's not. Let me future pace that exact sentence for you and you can see the difference. Ready? It's 10 minutes from this very moment. You've just completed your order and clicked on the download button. Now you're ready to start losing weight. Now, that's not a bad sentence. It's a kind of an odd use of future pacing. It's 10 minutes from now. Usually you do future pacing when you walk somebody 2 weeks or a month into the future and they can see their life as if it's already happened, okay? Well, that is future pacing. In other words, it's 10 minutes from this very moment. You've just completed your order. In other words, well, that hasn't happened yet, right? It's 10 minutes in the future. You clicked on the download button. That's past tense. Notice all the tenses are past. Now you're ready to start losing weight. So now brings them back into the now present moment. But the point is that you can use presuppositions and you can use future pacing. Very rarely do you want to combine the two, and you don't want to overload your document with presuppositional statements. If you start writing copy that is extremely effective and start using these techniques I've been teaching on this channel, you'll naturally gravitate toward presuppositional statements. You don't have to really think about them that much, but at least this will give you a head start and let you try to intentionally do it in the next piece of copy that you write. And let me tell you, if you like this video, you're going to love my next video. It's going to be part 6 of the $50 million sales letter blueprint. I got one more tip for you though. Like, share, sub, and smash that bell for notifications so you can know when my new videos drop. I am John Benson, and I'm always here to help make you unignorable.